Good morning. It's a snowy day. I got a squeaky serpentine belt, my crayons are sharp, and we're ready to go. We are going to Walmart today. Ooh, love that lovely heater, boy. Anyway, we are going to Walmart today because we are gonna go get an electric ratchet, and I'm putting that fan back on because it's not doing it now, but it does like to overheat now that I've got more coolant flowing to the heater core. So hopefully y'all can still hear me with the heater up, and then with the Jeep running. Let me turn that down a little bit. So now that I do have working heat, graciously, I'm so happy for that, don't get me wrong. But now that I do have working heat, there is more coolant flowing into the heater core now, and that means less coolant is getting to the engine. So the engine is starting to run a little harder than I would like. So we're gonna fix that. I'm gonna put that mechanical fan back on, and we're gonna call it good. But before I do that, I'm not gonna sit out here working forever in the snow. So I am going to Walmart and I'm getting the Hyper Tough electric ratchet. Then we're gonna unbox that, and then this video isn't particularly gonna be about how to put your fan clutch back on. I've already done that video. Just do it in reverse if you want to know how to put it back on. I'm not teaching nothing in this video. This video is gonna be just for fun. You know, we're just vibing. I've got to work later today, and I'm just trying to make a video just because I can. Like I said, you guys will be getting more Florida Man Jay's Garage simply because of the fact that I've stopped doing weekly uploads. I just think it's a lot easier. And while we go on to Walmart, I'll explain to you guys why it's a lot easier. And hopefully everyone that really watches this video so I can explain it. But my iPhone and my iPad together, I fill the storage of them both up so much every time I make videos, and my problem is I am making videos like stacked. You know, I'm making when I was recording the brake line video, I was also recording the e-bike video, and I was also recording the Jeep walk around video that just came out like maybe a week ago. So I was recording a lot of videos all at once, which I should not have been doing. That was not a smart business move. So I'm just doing my videos one at a time, and because I'm doing them one at a time, I can't really wait a whole week in between because I do stuff to the Jeep all the time. So I do something to it, I record it, it goes on YouTube. I do something to it, I record it, it goes on YouTube, and that's the same cycle. So you guys will get to see a lot more of what you hopefully love, or at least like halfway decently. Speaking of something I love though, I love this Jeep. I mean, I know it's got its problems. I know it doesn't look like much to a lot of people, but I love this thing so much. Right now, I'm really loving it because the heater's working. I've only got it on 2, and this thing is just about baking me out. Granted, I have my jackets on and stuff, but still. This is a good heater. So since I can't play music because of copyrights, I will be your radio. Colt 45 and 2 zigzags, baby, that's all we need. We can go to the park at the dog and smoke that tumbleweed. As the marijuana burn, we can take our turns singing them dirty rap songs. Stop and hit the bone like Cheech and Chong and sell tapes from here to Hong Kong. So roll your joint, pick out the seats and stems. Feeling high as hell, flying through Palmdale, skating on Dayton rims. So roll my 83 Cadillac Coupe de Ville. If my tapes and my CDs just don't sell, I bet my caddy will. A little bit of country twang on the end of that there. There is a country version of that song that Cooper Allen and Rashad did. I don't know how to spell his name. You can't, it's not spelled Rashad. It's got like a V in it or something. He's a good singer, you know. Cooper Allen's great too, though, for real. Alright guys, I'm going into Walmart now. Alright. me go over here. And here it is. This here's what we came here for. The 3/4 inch electric ratchet. This is the $50 version. Let's see, where is it on the shelf? Right here. Okay, that box is a little bit messed up. Let's get a different one. That box is even more messed up. Let's just stick with this one. But yeah, 3 8-inch drives. It comes with a couple sockets too, I believe. Yeah, look at there. So we're gonna take this home, we're gonna get it unboxed, and then we're gonna use it on the Jeep, and I'll show you guys everything that we need to do. I'm gonna go back here. See if I can find an employee to check me out. All right, bag secured. Let's go home. All right, guys, we are back at the shop and we got our electric ratchet right here. Let's pop this bad boy open and check it out. Oh, well, that didn't go as planned. There's the battery, 1.5 amp hour. I'll have to get a second one at some point. There we go. That's nice and sturdy. This is weighs more than I thought it was going to. How do you get this unlocked? There we go. They've definitely changed the design of this thing. Okay. This feels pretty sturdy and stout. I like it. It's a little book, all their other tools and stuff. This is all their 12-volt tools, actually, it looks like. And we should have, we've got the charger right here. I like how they packaged this. The charger right here, and then it even comes with 2 sockets, and I'm willing to bet you anything I know what these sockets are. They're taped up. I think they are 10 millimeters, both of them. No, maybe. Yep, 10 millimeter deep well. And 10 millimeter regular. That is awesome. I knew it because these are what you lose the most. I actually have a good few of them, but we're gonna hold on to them. Actually, I'm putting them back in this box because I'm not even gonna really use them unless I lose one. Though in my luck, I'll lose this whole box now. But watch, I'll put it in a good spot. And now, with that being said, this is going back on using this. And we just got to find the socket that fit the nuts on that pulley. All right, everything's back together. It looks like I didn't mess anything up. I'm not going to lie, I completely forgot to start recording when I came out here. But like I said, you guys already saw how to take this off. Putting it on is the opposite, but it's a lot more irritating because you have no room. And that electric ratchet that I got only helped with taking the nuts off the first time. I couldn't use it putting the fan back on because obviously the fan's in the way. You see how much space I got there. Hey, so do you guys remember this thing? This air compressor, which is now an air tank that was in the back of my Jeep, mounted, really cool and ready to go for off-road setups. Yeah, it died on me. I don't know what happened, but you know, it's one day it just quit, and it's because probably I got it on clearance from Walmart. It was already a return, so of course it was gonna die pretty soon. I just didn't think it was gonna be this soon. here's the compressor right here in my hands. I don't think it's compressing anymore. Here's the little piston over here. I still has its wires. I could still technically wire this thing up and try to use it if I wanted to. But for now, I just tore that apart. It is now an air tank. And here is the series of events that led up to that. So yeah, I really like this air compressor. I've used it a couple times already. And what I found though, the problem is, you see where it's sitting right now at about 25 PSI? That's how much air is still in it. That's how much air is left in it after I aired up my tires. My tires call for about, 40 PSI, somewhere around there. But whenever I go to air up my tires with this is a 3-gallon tank, but I don't know what it is. Maybe the pressure regulator is not open the right way or something like that. But whenever I went to air up the tires, it stopped at 25, and I just wonder if the pressure in this air compressor is equaling out to the pressure inside of the tire when I go to air it up, because I finally put the chuck on it. And if it's not equaling out, that means it's, the tire's going to be pushing back just as much pressure as the air compressor's pushing, and then they're going to cancel each other out, and this is not going to push air in. I think that's what's happening. I'm not completely sure. If any of you guys know, let me know. But yeah, so there's still air in it. We're going to let it out with the release valve. And then see, you can do that, or I also could have done this here. You go to the back of it, and there's always this valve, and you need to do this anyway, because there's probably moisture in it. So open this up. Yep. Open that up. That's the best way to let all the air out. Plus, this is where you let moisture out. And yeah, like I said, still got I haven't even taken this tag off. I've hardly really used this thing. I mean, I have, but I haven't. But anyway, if you end up at Walmart and you find one of these on clearance, go ahead and grab it. I wouldn't spend $79 on it, or not 79, 69. But that's a little too much for it brand new. But at this price, I'd definitely grab it. So do with that as you will. I'm not sure what's going on with this air compressor now. It's been maybe a month or two after I've gotten it, and it's no longer holding air pressure. So maybe we have a leak somewhere in this valve system. I'll have to take apart and check that out. Okay, so this air compressor quit working on me. I'm gonna tear it apart and find out why. Dead battery. Another dead battery. Oh, God. But all my batteries dead. So the inside of this can't find any particular leaks, but it's just not compressing air. So I don't know if it's this compressor or what. There's no air in it for sure. Oh well. Well, people, I guess that tells you all you need to know about this Walmart stuff and why it was returned for a reason. Well, this really did not go how I wanted it to.
I ended up taking it all apart because I found that it just wasn't working, and I don't care either way. It was a 35 something dollar air compressor. I've still got this motor. Now this motor works here. I wonder if I can't use this for something. So it's gonna stay up on the parts shelf. It's got a little piston in there, it's a little compressor. And then in the meantime, this air tank should still be good. So I'm gonna hook something up here to fill it with air with, and then we will go from there. I had one like that similar a few months back, sometime last year during the summer, and it worked pretty well. So I think I'll just keep this as an air tank specifically. So since I didn't show you guys yesterday really any of the electric ratchet working, I figured I'd show you guys today on the bike. Supposed to loosen those. Oh, I gotta have a 10mm wrench behind it. Oh well, I mean, you get the point though. It works pretty good. So you can also, so these are Allen heads. If you want to put an Allen head on an electric ratchet, you need the 3/8 to 1/4 inch drive adapter, and then you need a 1/4 inch socket, because anything like this, any drill bit will always fit into a 1/4 inch socket. That's the size of that. Just be careful because you'll always drop it out of there. Don't lose these. I'm going to stop here and say that if you guys want to see more of that, go check out the e-bike video part 2, because the rest of that footage that I just recorded is over there. Now let's go check on the Jeep real quick. It's been a while. So as you can see, I decided to do a little more painting today. That's that International Harvester Red I've been talking about. I'm not going to get any closer to it because I'm not going to be judged on my paint job and how it's running a little bit, but that's okay, it doesn't matter. This is the primer coat anyway, so it's going to be sanded one more time and then 2 more coats of this and then a clear coat. I do definitely have some spots to touch up over here, but in the end this paint job will cost me about $150. And I'm realizing on camera it looks a lot more maroon than it is. This is International Harvester Red, but it's not supposed to be that color in real life. Any of you guys that have seen the Jeep in real life know how it actually looks. I also painted the headlight bezels because I think they look a lot better red, and I kept the grille black. Wife also thought they looked good this way too. Alright guys, so before I end this video, I do want to say, if you want to see more of this actually working, and if you want to see a really good educational video that I'm about to try to do, I am replacing the valve cover gasket today. That's the great thing about an inline engine though, is I only have one valve cover gasket to change, one valve cover to take off. Sadly, I will not be painting it though. I didn't get any high heat paint, so yeah. If you guys want to see more projects like that though, if you guys want to support me along this and you want to see projects like that, even though it's, you know, a small dollar project, you know, I might start a Patreon or something. If you guys really want to see that, if you want to support this channel in that way, it's going to take a very, very long time for me to get to YouTube monetization, but that's okay. You know, this is going to be a journey that we are all on together, and I'm so thankful you guys are along on this ride with me. And what is Patreon, you may ask? Well, Patreon is a paid subscription online program where you can subscribe to all your favorite YouTubers, gamers, different people like that. And it starts at just $1 a month, and it's where you guys can see exclusive content that is not on YouTube. All the raw footage, the first dibs at everything, basically. So, you know, I've kind of been throwing that up in the air about starting one at just a basic $1 a month plan. I'm just not sure yet though, because that's not really what I'm all about on this channel. You know, I'm here just having fun. But if you guys want to see me take on bigger projects, if you guys want to see me go buy a Facebook Marketplace 4-wheeler or ATV go-kart, you know, Patreon would definitely help me out a lot in that aspect. And then it would help you guys because you guys get to see all the fun, dumb, redneckery kind of stuff that we're going to do here. So with that being said, thank you guys for watching Florida Man Jay's Garage, and I'll see you next time.